Dan.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm all right, buddy. How are you doing? What's going on?
I have never been better, my friend.
That's
what you
great.
looking at, Jeff?
I've been meaning to watch this, but I kind of just don't care. I guess it's not really important. What's important?
It's important. I'm going to cut you off. For the folks at home, what Jeff was just looking at, and by the way, callously throwing over his shoulder right there, is my Blu-ray copy of MacGruber that I, again, if you've not heard the saga, referenced in Hitman 3, I lent Jeff Bakalar my copy of MacGruber on Blu-ray, thinking, my good friend, Jeff Bakalar, great taste in humor, good jokes. He's a big fan of them. He would love this movie. So I did a nice, fun thing and lent it to him, which he has held on for 2 years and now throws it over his shoulder and makes jokes at the expense of me, his good friend, who did a nice thing for him. Is this all correct,
Lies.
Mr. Bakalar?
All lies. Are you done? Oh, my God.
Sure. Sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. It's sure. All that's true. Who cares? We're not here today
go ahead.
to talk about your stupid fucking Blu-ray. We're here today.
Well, I mean, you were the one who started this video by showing it at the camera, so I assumed you wanted to at least address that. But go ahead.
It was in my hands when we went live, buddy. What do you want me to do?
Okay, go ahead.
I will. It's an important day because we got to talk about our new show, and our new show is called Back to School.
That's right. Hey, what's your last name? I got an idea. If you spell it that way, the kids at home will be like,
yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
kind of just exactly how that
I haven't lost it.
It's kind of how the whole thing went down, actually. Maybe we actually maybe have lengthened the conversation there. So let's tell everyone about what Back to School is. I want to hear you do it because I like when you say it. You're good at it. Let me hear you say it. What is Back to School?
I'm good at saying things, or I'm good at selling the show? What's the...
You're the pitch man. Let's hear your pitch for Back to School.
Okay. So throughout all the time at Giant Bomb and just kind of my whole saying things on the internet career, I guess, I have certainly found that people, I think there's a wide range of emotions that come out when I talk about what I think some would consider common knowledge things. Would you say that's correct, Mr. Bakalar?
Yeah, common knowledge really nails it right in the head there. Yeah.
Okay, and I am someone that I am always striving for self-improvement, learning things about the world and everything. And I have found whenever these conversations come up on, the Bombcast, the Beastcast, other stuff I've been on, it's always met with kind of a mix of like revulsion and shock and disbelief, but also a lot of people seem to find it entertaining. Some people are furious and in the comments say, why do you let this idiot talk into a microphone? Some people make YouTube animated clips out of the things we've talked about. But personally, I enjoy these conversations a lot, and I think I usually come out the other side having learned something, and hopefully we've all had some fun along the way. And so I thought, Jeff Bakalar, you and I, aforementioned good friend, you've been involved with several of those conversations on the Beastcast, ones that were maybe other people fell onto the floor out of disbelief. You would engage and you would explain and you would slap your head and ruffle your hat or something of that nature, but always engage and seemed somewhat entertained by these conversations. So I figured I want to work with you more. That was one of the big things with me signing on to do a new Giant Bomb show is like, hey, I want to work with Jeff Bakalar more. I didn't get enough Bakalar back there at the Giant Beastcast. So you know what I'm doing? I'm going back, Alar, to school is what I want to do. Was that good?
That was really good. You're right, Dan.
Thanks.
Sometimes people, they fell on the floor. They lost consciousness. They kind of just walked away and we never saw them again. That's sort of what happened. But
is that why they left?
Some of my favorite moments are those moments that you've described. I am truly completely flabbergasted at some of the things that escape your mouth. And we wanted to come up with a way to explore more of that. And that is what Back to School is going to be. Now, look, I don't claim to be some sort of professor. I'm by no standards this genius person. I don't claim to be. I don't have any sort of delusion about that. But what I do know is that I can't believe some of the things you say, and I want to be there when you say it. So,
well, that's the thing is, I don't think anyone's accusing you of being a scientist or a genius by any means. No one's saying that.
Never been confused with a scientist, a doctor,
or a genius,
perhaps.
Or even a smart guy, and especially smart guy. People don't say that about you. But you, at least, I think you, Jeff Bakalar, have a base level of common adult knowledge, wouldn't you say?
Thank you for the compliment. Yes, the bare minimum, the bare passable minimum.
But I'm also insulting myself here because I'm saying you as a just totally average, not exceptional in any way guy, you have more knowledge and a lot of common wisdom topics that I feel, listen, I'm genius level, savant level in certain things. Of course, everyone knows that. But,
of course,
I put them all in a couple little categories here. I'm really good at a couple things, knowing a couple things. But, we talk about the eggs or space or whatever the hell. I don't know shit. And so you, by comparison, I get to make you feel like a damn genius on this show.
That is the only real takeaway that I'm going to get out of this program. So here's how it's going to work. We've got 12 episodes. Each week is going to be a new topic where you and I dive, not super deep, but maybe scrape the surface, watch a couple videos, have some fun. We ask a lot of questions, and we learn a lot along the way. After the first 11 episodes, there will be a final exam, and that 12th episode will be a final exam. If you pass that final exam, I'll give you back your Blu-ray.
Well, thank you for the generosity, Jeff Bakalar. This is an incredible amount of hoops to jump through to get my property back. Can we add an addendum here? I don't think we officially talked about this off cam, but if I do pass the final exam, will you also watch it and then send it back to me? It's like 90 minutes. Okay.
I had every intention of watching it, but yes, maybe we'll do like we'll do like a watch party with that or something like that.
Okay, that sounds great. But yeah, going into these things, like I have requested to not know kind of what, like we talked about potential, like, oh, here's some things I don't know much about. And so I don't know what you're bringing into these. And we're going to start each episode with you kind of like ascertaining my current level of knowledge about, these, hey, it could be farming, it could be space, it could be, any number of things I don't know about. And so it starts with you saying like, hey, what do you know about this? And then you're going to teach me a lot of things. And in the process, I'm going to ask a lot of questions. And at the end, we're going to see kind of what I have learned. And then at the end of the whole thing, we're going to see if I've retained any of that knowledge in the efforts to, get my property back.
Sure. Space, farming, where
don't spoil any for me.
Come from,
I have a lot of questions about potatoes.
Just a lot of stuff like that. So anyway, that's the show. It's Back to School. It's coming real soon. Dan Ryckert, we're having a lot of fun shooting these episodes. I love you, buddy. Thank you for doing this. Thank you to Jan helping us out on the back end, making us look good. Thank you so much. And yeah, man, we will see you very soon on Giant Bomb.
Can't wait.